pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everybody for coming. Go ahead and do roll call. Deb?
Here.
Michelle? Here. Larry?
Here.
Megan? Here. Sarah? Motion to approve the agenda as presented or amended?
Second.
Motion and second to approve the agenda as presented. Any questions? We'll go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
All right, on the consent agenda.
I still move to approve the consent agenda.
Second. Motion and second to approve the consent agenda. Any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
All right, updates and presentations, city administrator update.
Thank you. Most of the updates will be in context of the line items, but I do want to bring one thing to note. I put a statement out today about harassment of city employees. We had one incident where somebody was charged who blocked one of our city employees in and threatened to fight and was belligerent. And so after conferring with the county attorney, the police have charged that person. Details of that incident are on Facebook on the police department page, and then we put out a city notice that just basically says that, you know, harassment and intimidation and threats is just unacceptable, and we're sort of taking a more active approach in enforcing that. Because we just can't, just can't have people threatening our city employees or elected officials or anything like that. So if you have any questions, the police chief just walked in, he can answer anything, but that'll be my only update outside of the agenda items.
Any questions? Now we'll go to new business number 7, public hearing for ordinance 2503, abolishing the office of city treasurer, reassigning duties to the city administrator, and making conforming amendments to the code of ordinances of the city of Strawberry Point, Iowa.
And so move for the ordinance 2503.
Second.
All right, motion and second to open the public hearing at 6:03.
Super. Okay, so this has been an issue that we've been working on for a couple of months now. Today is the public hearing, which just opened, and this is going to abolish the office of city treasurer, and those responsibilities are transferred into City Hall. And City Hall, we've been taking care of those responsibilities anyway since I got here and before. So really nothing's changing. We're just formalizing this and then taking the city treasurer position out of the mix.
And will be removed from ballot November.
Yeah.
It may be. So here's the technicality. Since tomorrow is tomorrow's the day to turn in ballots, technically the ordinance does not go into effect until it is published in the newspaper legally. So I've been talking to the county, and they're like, we will do what we can, but we might not be able to take it off the ballot. Even if it is on the ballot, they will reach out to whoever is running and let them know that the position is dead and nobody can take that role. But there is a chance that it'll appear on the ballot because the publication next week will be after the collected dates for the signatures. Even though it's before the published, or even before they print the ballots, it's a little technicality. So we're negotiating, and we'll do the best we can. But regardless, they said it won't be a live position. Like, they'll let anybody know that their name might be on there. It's just a dead issue.
So if somebody gets written in, it don't make any difference.
It doesn't make any difference.
Because we have it abolished.
Correct. Yeah.
Mayor, the library evidently in its books has city treasurer in it, and therefore should they consider removing that phrase from or is it?
Yeah, it's in the resolution. There's a line in the resolution about removing things from the library charter. So once we vote on this, then I'll work with the library director to make sure that all of their language reflects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it is in the orders to the city administrator to remove everything from the library stuff. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the current treasurer will serve through December and receive pay through December
Yes.
still? Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Any other questions or comments? Now we'll take a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
Okay, motion second to close the public hearing at 6:05. We'll go to vote. Larry?
Oh, yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
All right, number 8, motion to waive second and third readings of ordinance 2503.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second to waive second and third readings of ordinance 2503. Any questions? Now we'll go to vote. Megan?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
All right, number 9, motion to adopt ordinance 2503, abolishing the office of city treasurer, reassigning duties to the city administrator, and making conforming amendments to the code of ordinances of the city of Strawberry Point, Iowa.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion second to adopt ordinance 2503. Any questions? Now we'll go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
All right. Number 10, motion to set a public hearing for ordinance 2504, modifying the electrical base rate for October 15th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at City Hall.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion second to set the public hearing for October 15th. Any questions?
What does that mean, base rate?
So let's say that hypothetically you had a property and you're plugged into the electrical system, but you use no electricity whatsoever. There's still a base rate just to be connected. The amount that we're proposing, it's going to be a $3 increase to the base rate. It's still going to keep us. We will still be almost half of what most of the surrounding communities charge for a base rate. So that base rate was increased last year a little bit, and then in continual efforts to keep the electric fund into surplus, we're making incremental changes to the base rate, like in real time, instead of waiting 10 years and then doing something. So that's what this is, but it'll only affect everybody's electric bill by $3 per month, so $36 a year, and it'll help to keep us, in surplus and considering that our electric rate is going to be going up slightly. So this is there to compensate for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Or Deb?
Yes.
Sorry. Have it. All right, number 11, resolution 2552, authorizing a citywide cleanup day not to exceed $5,000.
So moved.
I'll second resolution 2552.
Motion second.
Okay. I'm going to ask that somebody modify the ask. So we got word today from Bard that based on our tonnage
From
from...
Cleveland.
Please.
Please.
Oh, that's
Bard,
good.
came out of the corner of my eye. Yeah. Got a clean- yeah. Would you like to get another garbage?
Yeah.
Thank you. I got word today that based on our tonnage from the spring cleanup, that it's probably going to be closer to 6,000 instead of 5. We don't anticipate that we'll have the same amount, but in case there is, I don't want it to go so over. So if somebody could amend the motion to reflect, like,
Is 6,000 enough, or shall we say 6,500?
if you want to put a little buffer in it just in case.
Let's put it at 65.
Okay.
Let's authorize it not to exceed $6,500.
Second.
Is that okay? Okay.
Motion second to amend resolution 2552, authorizing citywide cleanup day not to exceed $6,500.
Perfect. Yep.
Any other questions?
And then I got the stipulations from them today. It's going to be 2 cubic yards, so we're working on a Photoshop document that'll have like glowing yellow lines with measurements on them so that people know exactly how they have to stack the stuff, and And then there's, still stickers for appliances and, the many refrigerators that seem to be.
Oh, they just showed up, haven't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
So we'll have a full Facebook post that'll be in the newspaper, like all the stipulations for, what can get picked up and how it needs to be packaged.
This is for the 11th of October, correct? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Larry?
Yeah.
Megan? Yes. Deb?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Number 12, Resolution 2553, approving an I&I investigation, design, and mitigation project pending approved financing through the state revolving fund.
Second.
Who's first?
You want me first?
Also moved.
Oh,
2553.
Larry, you want a second?
You want
I
to
guess
say
so.
All right, motion and a second to discuss Resolution 2553.
Great, so this has been the ongoing investigation designed for the stormwater and the sanitary sewer system. We had the presentation at the last meeting from the company about, what the plans were. We've been talking about how we're going to go about doing it. There's going to be, video camera documenting everything. The reason why the resolution is worded the way it is because we're about to enter the request from the state revolving fund for funding. It's a highly technical document and we need to get everything right, so I'm working with the state on that to make sure that the application is accurate. So what I've learned is that, there's a phase 1 for investigation and design, and then there's a phase 2 for any construction that needs to happen, and that phase 2 could be a very large number. So the proposal that we need to put in has to estimate what the construction might be.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to estimate a somewhat realistic number, but at the same time, we have no idea.
Right.
So that document needs to happen so that they can earmark the money. Whether we use it or not, it'll get earmarked. And then that phase 1 will be to have that company come in. We think that they can cover much of the city before, it starts snowing. So pray for no snow for as late into the season as possible. And this will be an exhaustive and probably conclusive and very expensive project, but it will help us to get to the bottom of what the problems are and get some mitigating ideas. So what this authorizes me to do is to put in the request. Our phase 1, will have like a not to exceed $100,000 because there may have to be some work to get the cameras through that come at an additional cost. And if the authorization that you give me to submit this goes to the state and the state says no for whatever reason or wants to modify it, then I'll come back to you, let you know what those stipulations are. So not asking for carte blanche, but before I can submit this to the state, we need to have a resolution on the books. So that's kind of what it is. So I promise if there's any changes to what we've talked about, I'll just bring it before the council at a future date. If everything goes as we've discussed, then we'll commence the project as soon as possible.
Okay.
Any questions? All right. If not, we'll go to vote. Megan? Yes. Deb?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Number 13, Resolution 2554, approving a redevelopment agreement with BARD.
So moved. Resolution 2554 with the redevelopment agreement with BARD.
Second. All right, motion and a second.
Great. Okay, so in your packet, you'll see the resolution that approves this contract, and then I did a memo because the contract has a lot of legalese in it. It's multiple pages. So I did a one-page memo, and just to get things on the record, I wanted to just go over some of the key provisions of the agreement before voting on it. So the contract is contingent on a successful annexation. Things have been submitted to the state already, so we're waiting to hear back on that. One of the big things is that when this project started, there was going to be a massive cost to the city to take city utilities to the site, mainly water. BART has agreed that they're going to dig a well on that property, and at any point in the future, if they need city sewer or city water, that cost will be on them to pay the city to bring the utilities there. So that's something that we're really appreciative of, because it's a massive amount of money that BART has agreed to cover. And then there's going to be several improvements on the property. The developer is going to be responsible for road relocation, any permits. They're going to construct and maintain a berm or a vegetative barrier to screen activity from nearby residents. That's really appreciated. They took a lot of the objections from the neighbors into consideration and designed a project that's going to minimize to the best that they can any sort of negative impact to the neighbors. And then we're also going to have a right of first refusal. If the developer ends up wanting to, for whatever reason, sell this property now and in the future, we'll have a right of first refusal for 5 years. So in case it doesn't go well and we want to build out there, we'll have the opportunity to purchase that land. So just want to say BART has been really good to work with. This has been over a year in the making, and we appreciate their patience and their dedication to the city of Strawberry Point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do you want to say something?
I think the first right of refusal is on the property.
On the existing property.
Plant, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we should clarify that in the agreement.
Yeah, on Exhibit B, it talks about the property on there.
Okay. So in the recitals, we can adjust it. Why don't we, and we can approve the contract with just some clarifying language, because in one part of the contract it mentions the one property, and then in the other it mentions the new property.
Yeah, so Exhibit A, you guys have first right of refusal on Lot 1 and Lot 7, Swale Industrial Park, which is the current one. And I tried getting hold of our attorney today before I came up, but I didn't catch it, but Exhibit A talks about part of parcel numbers, and it has 2 parcel numbers, but it's been partitioned out with the county and made its own parcel, the place where we're going to build. So I'll get Exhibit A updated to just reflect the new survey parted out parcel.
Sure.
But
Right, so
all
it's,
else is in order, those 2 small
Yeah.
changes, I would be okay with the city approving based on those 2 changes that I could work with Dino.
Can you remind me again what you're going to do with the existing plant in town?
So our intent would be, that still runs next year, we built this,
Yep.
and then we would take that, all the infrastructure down to grade.
Okay.
Leave the concrete
Yep.
and probably the office part.
Sure.
But like the bins, the conveyors, that kind of stuff would go out.
Okay.
And then we would give you first option on, if someone comes in and says, hey, we want to do this or that, we give you first option
Sure.
to match that offer.
Yep.
And then, I guess I haven't thought much further past that.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
It'd be a nice place for half a dozen homes.
Right, yeah.
We don't see the for sale sign up there yet.
No, we got the time, we gotta get the other one going.
Yeah.
Especially if we get the garbage business.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, your hands are gonna be
we're not
really
turning it into a
full.
city dump though.
Okay, with the, Exhibit A, with the update with the county,
Yes.
to
Yeah,
coordinate with the county numbers.
Yeah, the property description,
Yep,
and the correct property on the right of first refusal.
Yeah.
Changing that from the annexed property to the existing property.
current,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I made a motion for that. Did you get it all, Dino?
I got it all, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Motion and second to approve resolution 2554 with the changes to the legal description in Exhibit A, and then changing right of refusal to the property, the existing property, which is Exhibit B. Any other questions, comments? Now we'll go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Michelle? Yes. Larry?
Yes.
Megan? Yes. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, on to other business.
Sure. I know that Councilmember Larry wanted to have some words about the library, so maybe you can go first and then I can go second.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I was appointed to the library board as a liaison last week and last month and attended the first library meeting. And comments just generally about that. There were 5 of the 7 board members there, and evidently they've had issues at times with attendance. And the biggest thing that they dealt with in this meeting was making a stricter attendance policy so that there would be more likely to have people there, whether they're there by phone or whether in person. So they were a very pleasant, talkative board because they had these issues. The new books that they've received and purchased this summer have been well received. No issues with them, and you consider what's happening around the country. You know that speaks well of them and their what they ordered. Attendance in the library goes down in the fall because of school starting, so that will change a bit, but it's been very good this summer. I guess the last thing, and there are lots of kids programs that were very well attended at the library. So it is an active part of our community, and especially I think for when you consider some of the other issues we are facing now as a community, to have a strong public library that welcomes children and all adults of all ages, you know, is really something that we need to be proud of and continue to support as best that we can. That concludes my report.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tomorrow's the last day to turn in signatures for running for city and other offices. And then in the coming months, I'm really close to finishing the solar ordinance. We're just doing some final investigation on the electrical meters that are going to be required for solar properties. We have the proper meters in. We're testing how they're working with our system. We developed an internal system to track the solar properties, you know, in a database so that, you know, the software that we're using is a little Byzantine, as you all know. I complain about it every month. But just to make sure that we're doing the billing correctly and people are getting credited for the electricity that they're generating, we have a good way figured out there. And we wanted to figure out all those nuts and bolts before we had an ordinance, just so that we weren't like locked into something that we couldn't do. So that's all being worked out. So expect to see the solar ordinance, probably not the next meeting, but the meeting after. And then the updated city code book. We've been working on a lot of stipulations about like nuisance properties and being able to enforce what's on the city books right now, but with a much more specific process so that everybody is treated exactly the same way, and there's no questions. There's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all the other code updates that you've all seen in that big printout that I gave you a couple of months ago. I expect to see that in the second meeting in October, so those will be big. So last kind of couple of weeks to look at the city code and make any suggestions that you might want to update as we adopt the entire city code at once. And that's it for me.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right. Is everybody?
Thank you all again.
Thank you so much.
Any questions?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say, call me